Hi everyone, this is Ron Valencia, and I wanted to make this video of warm-ups. So I don't want to do a whole lot of talking. I want to get right into it. But I do want to say that this is really going to be focused on beginners. This is going to be for new to piano students. So we're going to go really slow. We're going to go methodically through these scales, and we'll do the Hanon exercise as well. But we are not going to get deep into theory with this. This is all about warming up. Okay, so with that being said, we're going to start on our simplest of all scales, all white notes, the key of C, or the scale C. So basically, in the right hand, it's 1, 2, 3, the finger numbering, and then you cross underneath 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're only doing one octave, and then we come back down, and then we cross over with our 3, 2, 1. In our left hand, it's exactly the opposite. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Then back down. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so feel free to do one hand at a time. If you can do both, that's fantastic. We're going to do this up and down the scale 2 times. Okay, so we're going to do it at this tempo. It'll be like bum, 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 bum. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. All right, very good. So that is what we're going to be doing for all of these scales. So that was the slow tempo. Feel free to rewind and go back and do that again. It's 2 times through each time. This next tempo is going to be just a little bit faster. It's going to be like bum, 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 bum. 1, 2, ready, go. All right, very good. So we're going to do the C scale one last time, a little bit more up tempo. Again, stay at the other tempo if you need to. 1, 2, ready, and. All right, very good. So now we're going to do the same thing for the scale G. G, don't forget that G has an F sharp in it. So whenever we get to that F sharp, you have to think about what you're going to do there. Now keep the same fingering for both hands. It's in your right hand, it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then your left hand, it is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Okay? All right, so here's the scale of G slowly. Ready, go. That was only one time through, wasn't it? So sorry. I wonder if I can edit that out. So here, we're going to do that again. So we're going to do the G scale, and we're going to do it 2 times through. Nice and slow. 1, 2, ready, go. Good. We're going to now try it a little bit more up tempo. So it's going to be bum, 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 bum. 1, 2, ready, go. Good. Now we're going to do G just a little bit faster now. So it's going to be 1, 2, ready, go. Awesome. All right, so now we're going to do the same thing with D. In the key of D, we have a C sharp and an F sharp. So we have to deal with our F sharp right away. Okay, that was the same in the key of G. So we have this, in the beginning, we have this F sharp right here. And then as we go through the scale, we have this C sharp that we have to get to. All right, the key of D, really slow. 2, ready, go. All right, you may have noticed that I'm trying my best at keeping the same sound, making it flow very nicely, okay? That's the goal of this. You want to be able to be smooth with this. Here's D, just a little bit more up-tempo. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, again, feel free to rewind and go over whatever you need to go over. We're going to go a little quicker now. So it'll be 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, all right, now we're going to do the key of A, or the scale A. We now have 3 sharps to deal with. We have our C sharp, right? Then we have regular D, or D natural, E natural. Then we have F sharp, G sharp, and then our A. So again, same fingering. All this is the same fingering. That's why I put all these scales together, because they're all the same fingering. We'll start getting into different fingering when we start getting to other scales. We're going to get there soon. Okay, so the A scale, nice and slow. 1, 2, ready, go. Good. Now we're going to do the A scale just a little bit more up tempo. So it'll be 1, 2, ready, go. All right, now we're going to go even faster now. 1, 2, ready, go. Excellent. Now we have one more. We're going to do E. And it's the same fingering, but now we have we got a bunch of sharps now. We have 4 sharps now. So we have our E natural, then we have F sharp, G sharp, and then we have A natural, B natural. Then we have a set of 2 more sharps, C sharp and D sharp. Okay, so that's kind of a pattern that you can look at. If you want to look at the pattern again, it's you start off on a white note, you start off on what's called a natural, so that's E natural, then you have 2 sharps, then you have 2 more naturals, then you have our sharps, and then a natural. So it's 1, 2, 2, 2, 1. If you want to look at it that way. I don't know. It may or may not be helpful for you to do it that way. Whatever works for you is the right answer. All right, here we go. So we're gonna do E nice and slow, nice and slow. 1, 2, ready, and E, F sharp, G sharp, A natural, B natural, C sharp, D sharp, E, and then back down. So sorry. I hope you didn't catch that. Maybe I'm not going to tell you what I did. See if you notice it. If you notice what I did wrong there, that means you're really getting good at this. Okay, good. All right, so we're going to go a little bit faster. 1, 2, ready, and. All right, very good. Now we're going to go a little bit faster. 1, 2, ready, go. All right. So now we've done all 5 of our scales in the sharp keys that we are going to stick with. We are not going to venture beyond the E major scale for now, okay? All right, now we're going to venture on to the Hanon exercises. Okay, well, we're going to do exercise 1, okay? You may have already started this one before, and if that's the case, good. Let's make it musical and let's make it smooth. Let's use our ears a lot. If you have the sheet music for it, I suggest folding it, putting it away, throw it around the room, get rid of it. Get it out of your face. I want you to really, really pay attention to the pattern with your fingers, and I want you to use your ears a lot, okay? And with this video, you don't need the sheet music because I'm going to kind of give you a cue on when we are going to do the turnaround. There's one turnaround that we're going to go over. So on the way up, just as a reminder, just for those that have done this before, we start at the A and we skip going back up, right? And this is the beginning. This is how it begins, and it goes all the way up there. Then it gets to this B, okay? So we started down at this A. We go all the way up to this B. Once we get to this B, we skip just like normal. And then we come back down just like normal, except for once we get to this D, we go back up to the G, and then we skip coming down. Then we go F, skip. E, skip, and then so forth and so on. Okay, and then our last one is the G, skip. Okay, make a lot more sense once we do it together. We're going to do it nice and slow and the first time through, and I want you to just focus on getting the music nice and smooth and trying to keep the tempo the same throughout. If you're not strong with your left hand and you're still struggling with that, let me recommend just playing the root note of each pattern as you go on up. So for example, and then play the B. If you've got good reach, do the octave. So you can do something like this, but obviously my camera doesn't show that right now. So you can feel free to do the octave. Gives it a little bit more dramatic sound. Okay, so feel free to do either one of those if your left hand's not there yet. I had to, when I first learned it, I had to practice the left hand by itself a lot before I could put them together. I just needed to. That little bit helped me a lot just to get the left hand going. Okay, all right, so let's start nice and slow. We're going to go through this whole exercise. I'll cue you for the turnaround and so forth. 1, 2, ready, and. Here's the last one. G, F, E, D. G, skip. F, skip. One more. G, skip. And C at the end. Okay, so that's the basic idea. We're going to do that again, but we're going to do it a little bit more up-tempo again. If your left hand is holding you back a little bit, practice with it by itself, or do just the individual notes going up. Here we go. So we're going to do it at this tempo, like ta, 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 ta. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Last one. Skip. Last one. And C. Okay, so get it nice and even at that tempo first. Once you get there, you can venture on to, okay, a little bit faster tempos. But right now, that's not as important as playing it nice and even, keeping your hands nice and relaxed, and making sure that you can get all the way through that pattern. Okay, remember, if you're reading the music, which I don't recommend, but if you are, that's fine. Just know that I cut that off a little bit earlier than the sheet music. The sheet music does it a couple more times afterwards. Not a big deal. I just like to end on that C for whatever reason. All right. So, all right. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the YouTube channel so you know when I'm adding more videos to this channel. And I'll put them all in a playlist so you can keep them all together. So thank you so much. Tell everyone, send this out to anybody you think is trying to learn piano right now, and especially within our community. All right, guys, thank you. Have a good one. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.